Right, so you're asking about how rain works in this game. He's water. He's moist. He's dribbling. No, he's a pretty. This is the realest rain in NRS games, right? He's actually all about his roundhouse kick. So, right, let me give myself infinite meter. So, start off with, I'll go over his normals. Yeah, he's got strings like this, with like mid into overhead, mid into low, whatever. These are kind of whatever. You can fuzzy guard this. It's not that special of a move. He's got 3-3-4s, a 9-frame mid. Looks like a low, but it's actually a mid. It says it's high, but it's a mid, obviously. Got his donkey kick that you're never gonna see. It's got some jab strings that you never really need to use. What's really what he's really about is his stand 4. His stand 4 roundhouse, right? So this combo's on hit naturally, yeah. But the thing about roundhouse is you can cancel it whenever. So you can hold it, and there's a long window before it will go off. And the roundhouse itself is safe. It's only -3 with pushback. So what this means is, right, you can play a game of chicken. That's what you're doing. You're constantly playing a game of chicken. Every time this move is up, you're playing a game of chicken with the other guy. And the other guy's got to decide, will he press a button or will he sit there and block? If he presses a button, you play chicken with him and release a kick as he presses the button. If he's going to sit there and block, you just do it again, reset the game of chicken. All right, so if you watch me play against Ketchup, this is what happens every time I'm doing this. Yeah, so he could press a button at any point here, but does he want to? And obviously, like most characters that have pressure like that, like say it's like a cancel character or whatever, people will just try and mash out of the cancel because he's not plus on these cancels. But the roundhouse itself hits hard. So like, yeah, you take 36 minimum, right? And the thing is, if he hits that, he can take a bit more. That's the easy combo as well. So 39 for doing it's a stand 4. This is 10-frame mid. So it's not like it's slow. You can actually punish some down ones with this as well. In this game, some of these down ones are more than -10. So he's got that going for him, but it gets even more stupid with Rain because he's got armor on his enhanced version. So, and in this game, armor is not like, oh yeah, you absorb 1 hit. This is, you absorb all hits now. So you do things like 4 EX roundhouse cancel and dash. And when you dash, you maintain the armor. So you can do like dash cancel jump, and that jump in there will be armored because he's still maintaining the armor. It lasts a really long time on Rain. So what you do is you'll do things like, okay, yeah, whatever. And then if you think they're going to swing and you don't know what they're swinging with, you just do armor and then just do dash up or roundhouse again. So like, yeah, he's a mad one for that. And then that also makes his throw essentially free. Because like, if you want to risk eating the 40 off of the roundhouse, you're gonna have to sit there and take the throw and hit both his throws loop. So yeah, you're gonna have to be in his pressure one way or the other. He's also got a couple of other good things going for him. He's got lightning. His lightning's it tracks. So like, no matter where they are, it'll hit and it launches, and you can always go into bubble. You can always get yourself 27% off of, which is essentially his projectile. He's got the bubble, which you can move them around wherever you want. Like, see how I'm moving them around? Like, I can make them do a little twerk on the ground here. But like, that's not your projectile. This is your projectile, and this is your capture once you land the projectile, which then lets you do some uppercut combos. Right? He's a character that's doing a lot of uppercut combos. That's what makes him one of the harder characters in the game to play, I think, because the uppercut combos are really high execution. He's got a triple uppercut combo off this, which is like, I ain't gonna land it. I used to do this online like all the time, and it's like meterless 48, but I just ain't gonna land it. Yeah, and then it'd be like 4 into lightning, into another uppercut. So yeah, his damage is insane. His armor is insane. His projectiles really good. Like, if you watched MK9 2012 Evo, you saw I was picking Rain versus Cyrax. It gets crazy. There's actually like a good reason for that. When characters like Cyrax or characters with capture states like the net will trade unfavorably, which is a rare thing in this game, right? It will actually trade unfavorably with the lightning. So the lightning has got so much advantage. And obviously, like if it's not a net, then you get your 27%. And if it is a net, you've traded a little bit of damage, but they're 0% because the net's just a standard. It's a standard little capture state that does no damage. Well, how are you about this? How many things drop? Because 4-4, or 4-3. See, yeah, he's got 4-3, which is an extension of this. But when I was playing Rain, I was never doing 4-3. Or Roundhouse can whiff at certain like max range, like that. Yeah, 4 Roundhouse was the real threat of him, because the four Roundhouse combos, right? If you're doing this in your pressure, 4-3 Roundhouse doesn't combo. That's why you have to do 4 Roundhouse, but it doesn't matter anyway. We can just do that and then take your damage. And oh yeah, the other thing he's got that's good is EX bubble. So you're never gonna throw this bubble out YOLO anyway, but EX bubble drains their bar. Hold on, let me this to normal. Watch noob bar. I've spent a bar and he's lost nearly a full bar. So like every time you hit someone with Rain, you might as well just drain their bar. That makes it so that they are not gonna they're not gonna be there breaking. But while you're doing your pressure, you're going to be building a ton of bar, because you're doing a special and they're blocking, and you're doing a special cancel. So like, he builds bar like crazy, and he drains your bar like crazy. So he's a pretty slept on character, and I don't think many people really. There weren't really many Rain players in general, and there weren't that many people that understood Rain. I don't think, because he was just not that popular. It was very hard characters to play online, which is where most people are playing. And the ones that did have like offline scenes like GGA, VSM had CD Junior, but he didn't play him for all that long. Can't remember GGA having a real Rain main, or like EGP. Yeah, this character. Well, yeah, they had me. There was me, Smargasm, CD Junior. I think they're like the 3 mains of Rain. Well, Rain players. Some of his weaknesses, though, like his pokes are terrible. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember if he's got a minus on hit poke. I think he might be minus on his pokes. So, but that doesn't really matter, because 10 frame. Even if your pokes are that bad. Yeah, even if your pokes are bad, it really doesn't matter if you've got a 10 frame mid that launches for basically half-life. So because instead of having to poke back with a poke, you just wait until they're like anywhere above -4, and then you just do 4 Roundhouse. But anything over -4 or 5, now you've got a good check on them into some good damage. And I think it's down there. Yeah, well, it's still damage in it, so. And the air was kind of okay, but the jumps in this game weren't ridiculous anyway, so that's fine. If you were to put this Rain in like another MK, like a newer MK game, he'd be struggling with his anti-air, I think. But because of the nature of jumps all being the same, he can work with his. Is Johnny beating Rain? No, I think Rain beats Johnny. Like, Johnny's doing...
Johnny Cage.
The whole thing with Johnny is he's going to be doing 9 frame mid, 9 frame mid. It's basically 9 frame mid versus 10 frame mid, but Johnny don't have hyper armor. So like anytime Johnny makes himself plus and Rain has a bar, like, okay, you got this. I think he's like +4 there, yeah, +4 or 5, something like that. Okay, so Johnny's next move to like cover all is forward 3. But if Rain does hyper armor there, Rain can do hyper armor, dash up forward 4. Like basically anytime Rain's got a bar and any character pressures him, and he's got 1 bar, just does EX cancel, dash up in your face, because there's nothing you're going to do to punish him, and then he starts doing 4 roundhouse. So essentially 1 bar for him means guaranteed you have your turn. Yeah, Johnny doesn't have hyper armor. He's got an invincible move, but this is like super unsafe as well. That's what I'm saying. Like the 1 bar that Rain takes to like start anything is all he needs to start anything. Like with Johnny, you're doing this and it's like a hard call out. With Rain, you're doing hyper armor. You get your turn, and if you don't get your turn, the worst that could possibly happen realistically is they've found some way to avoid you, like evade you. You're not going to get hard punished unless you've thrown out something really terrible. But yeah, a character like Johnny who needs to be in your face is probably going to be like better for Rain to deal with.
Dash down 3, dash down 3, dash down 3, dash down 3.
And on top of that, there's only 1 frame difference between their mids. So like, yeah, Johnny's got this, but Rain's got a mid with like a bit more distance and a bit slower. But Johnny's got the faster one, but a bit shorter. If you want a character that slaughters Rain, you probably pick something like Kenshi. He cannot get near.
Rain.
Unblockable, because his Rain's gonna get zoned out by that as well. Rain's got problems with the lightning. The lightning is a good projectile if the other opponent is on the ground. If they have to be on the ground, if they're in the air, this won't hit. But like Cabal's constantly in the air, he's gonna gas blast you to death, and there's not really much you can do about it. And then when you get close to him, he's got better pressure than you. Yeah, fair enough, you can do all this, but you ain't gonna be in there often enough to start running this. And Cabal also has his own version of what Rain does. Yeah, Cabal's got his own version of doing this. He does EX dash cancel. But yeah, that's Rain in a nutshell, really. Like he was a very underrepresented character, and I don't think he was. Yeah, he just wasn't played as much as he should have been, really. But it was a long time ago, innit? And Cyrax is in the game and all that, all these dumb characters we all knew about. This takes a lot more effort, I think, compared to what people were playing. Other than Cabal. Cabal took effort, but he's just clearly better than every character in this game, so people are going to play him. Oh yeah, and this combo is like... This is the hardest combo in the game, I think. And I'm just definitely not going to land it. Yeah. Because uppercuts have such slow recovery on hit. And the camera gets confused on where you are as well, so it doesn't know if you're walking backwards or forwards. See, like there, it didn't know if I was walking backwards or forwards, so it just goes backwards like that in a weird way. Yeah, you do something like that, right? There you go. 45%. I think that was it. It'd be like jump kick into that, which is like 48. Okay, I landed it. But that's like super difficult to land.
I'd fuck you up, bro. I'd fuck you up in real life. You fat piece of shit. God, shut the fuck up, bro.
Yeah, that's Rain.
What the fuck are you on about, you fat piece of shit?